the note on the door. In the fading light of another unremarkable Tuesday, I noticed its small, crooked handwriting on yellowed paper fastened to our building's entrance door. Lost $100. If found, please return to apartment 76. Pension too small. Nothing left for bread. The words hung there, stark against the weathered door, challenging the indifference of hurried passers-by. Apartment 76 belonged to Mrs. I. Lawson, a woman who'd become a fixture in our 5-story building, like the creaking elevator and the scent of boiled cabbage that perpetually lingered in the hallways. 5 years had carved deep valleys into her face, since her husband's passing lines that deepened still when tragedy struck again. Her daughter's family, all 4 of them, gone in the violent brevity of screeching tires and shattered glass. 2 years had passed, but time moves differently for those left behind. The university had drained me that day academically, physically, but something about those desperate words on cheap paper awakened something primal in me. Without hesitation, I withdrew a crisp $100 bill from my wallet, postponing tomorrow's lunch plans, and ascended to the 5th floor, my footsteps echoing in the stairwell. Her door opened after the 3rd knock. Mrs. Lawson stood framed in the doorway, her diminutive figure draped in a faded housecoat, white hair tied back in a loose bun that allowed wispy strands to frame her face like a halo. "I found this," I lied, extending the bill toward her weathered hands. Time seemed suspended as moisture gathered in her pale blue eyes, transforming them into small, glistening pools. "You're the 12th person today," she whispered, her voice trembling like autumn leaves in October wind. "The 12th kind soul to bring me money. Thank you." I offered a smile the kind that masks confusion and turned toward the elevator. Her voice called after me, so soft I nearly missed it. "Dear, would you do something for me? Please tear down that notice on the entrance door. 2 didn't write it." I turned back. Mrs. Lawson stood in her doorway, tears tracking silent paths down her lined cheeks, dignity somehow intact despite her vulnerability. Behind her, I glimpsed framed photographs on the wall, lives preserved in moments of joy, now existing only in chemical impressions on paper. Walking down the stairs, instead of taking the elevator, I pondered the mysterious author of the note, someone who had recognized need and invented a mechanism for pride-preserving charity. Or perhaps it was Cruella, a prank transformed by human decency. By the time I reached the building entrance and tore down the note, crumpling it into my pocket, I understood something profound about the ecosystem of our small community. 12 people, strangers or acquaintance, had climbed those stairs bearing gifts disguised as restitution. 12 acts of kindness for a woman who had lost everything but would not ask for help. In a world that often feels coldly mechanical and selfishly motivated, these dozen quiet mercies remind me that compassion still flows beneath the surface of our daily lives, waiting for the smallest invitation to emerge. Like and forward the video to your friends so they can watch it too. Subscribe to the channel to watch other touching stories. Thanks for your support.